Welcome back to another video, and in today's video I am going to do a food tag. There are different types of food tag, but my food tag or my idea of food tag is foods that I know in Jamaica, the same foods, they are called by a different name here in Trinidad and Tobago. So if you do not know the names of those food here and you call it by the name that you know it as in Jamaica, people are going to be so confused. They would not know what you are talking about. If you are a Jamaican that is new in Trinidad, or if you are a Jamaican that is planning to come to Trinidad, this food tag will help you. Before I get any further into the video, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and turn on your post notification so that you will know whenever I post a video. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to check out my channels and to watch my videos. Thanks in advance. So as usual, I normally have my little book with me to make my notes. Scripting helped me a lot because it helped me to stick to my objective and to my points. This is the second time I'm making this video because the first video that I made, I did not like the quality in terms of the audio, so I am doing it again and hopefully it comes out good this time. Let's go! The first food tag I have is Kalalo. What we know as Kalalo in Jamaica, in Trinidad and Tobago they call it bargee. What they call Kalalo is dasheen leaf. So basically how they prepare this dasheen leaf, they wash it and they cut it up in small pieces, and I think they cook it, and after they cook it they blend it and add their different type of spice and season it with coconut milk. That is how it is done. I hope I explain it properly. Chocho. In Jamaica we know this type of food as chocho. In Trinidad and Tobago they call it Christophine. So when you go to the market, when you're on the street, anywhere you go and you see this type of food or this type of plant, it is Christophine. Don't come to Trinidad and Tobago and say chocho. No one will understand what you're saying. Cerci. In Jamaica we know cerci as a type of medicine. When I was growing up I normally drink this a lot to clean out your system, detox the body as they say. I don't know how true it is. It have a bitterish taste, but overall I like it. Growing up I used to drink cerci tea and cerci drink. So one is hot and one is cold. That's the only difference, but it's the same cerci. In Trinidad and Tobago they call this corally. They do not use the vines and the leaf. They use the blossom, the green part, and they cut it in small pieces, and then they will steam it or stew it just like any vegetable or meat. That is how they use it. And of course removing the seeds. This is number 4. The next food tag is Coco. In Jamaica we call it Coco, and they have the white cocoa and the purple cocoa. In Trinidad and Tobago they call it Edos. So if you go to the market, if you're on the street, the supermarket, and you see this type of food, don't refer to it as Coco. Say Edos. And the bigger ones, they call it Tanya. I remember going to the market and I saw these big cocoa and I was like, look at those big cocoa. And the person who was selling it, he was confused. He did not know what I was talking about. So I pointed and he said, no, that is Tanya. And I was like, the only Tanya I know is Tanya Stevens, the Jamaican DJ artist. So that is what I'm saying to you. Call them by the name that you know it as in Jamaica, people will be confused. They will even laugh at you. Number 5, I have fried dumpling. We know it as fried dumplings. In Trinidad and Tobago, they call it fried bake. Fried bake and fried dumpling, to me, they are basically the same thing. The only difference is that their fried bake is much bigger and it is thinner. Jamaican fried dumpling can be very small and thick, but it is the opposite for them. Coconut drops. In Jamaica, we know it as coconut drops. In Trinidad and Tobago, they just say drops. The preparation is very similar to how Jamaicans make it, but the texture is different, the taste is different, the look is different. Everything about it is different. Scallion or green onions. In Trinidad and Tobago, they refer to it as saive. If you're in the market, again, on the street, wherever you see this type of seasoning, don't say scallion, just say saive. People understand what you're saying. Rice and peas. In Jamaica, we say rice and peas. In Trinidad and Tobago, rice and peas, they call it bean and rice. The preparation is different because in Jamaica, we cook our rice and peas together in one pot. Here in Trinidad and Tobago, they will cook the rice separate and then they will have like a stew peas. And then they will serve the peas with the rice. So it's like rice and stew peas. We would say rice with stew peas, but they call it bean and rice. If you're here in Trinidad and Tobago and you go to the restaurant and you ask for rice and peas, they're going to say, "You mean bean and rice?" And when you get your food, you're not going to see rice and peas mixed together. You're going to see it's separated. So in one corner of your box or your plate, you will have a little rice, and then the next corner or the next side of your dish, then you will see the peas or the bean as they call it. The next thing I want to talk about is fruits. Fruits that we know in Jamaica by a particular name. That same fruit is also called by a different name here in Trinidad and Tobago. Normally Trinidadians, how they eat their fruits, they eat it different. Some person might add salt, they might add pepper, they might add shanabeni. According to them, it's like they're seasoning the fruit, and that is how they will eat it. Most people would not peel a pineapple and eat it just like that. They're going to add salt, they're going to add black pepper, they're going to add shanabeni. Shanabeni is like a form of green seasoning. They had so much things to these things. Sometimes I don't even know what they are adding. I was counting, but I lost track of the numbers. In my book, I have number 9. And number 9 is tangerine. In Jamaica, we say tangerine. In Trinidad and Tobago, it is known as Portugal. Plum. In Jamaica, we say plum. In Trinidad and Tobago, plum is known as pumarak. Yes, pumarak. I was so surprised by the name as well, but that is what it is called here. So don't come over here and see plum. Nobody will know what you're talking about unless there's another Jamaican there or somebody who knows that this is the name that Jamaicans call this fruit. Jamaican apple. In Trinidad and Tobago, apple is known as pumarak. And star apple, it's been a while I don't eat this fruit. Star apple, that is the name that we know it as in Jamaica. In Trinidad and Tobago, star apple is plymite. I'm not sure if I'm calling the name properly. If I'm not, correct me in the comments. Jackfruit. In Jamaica, we know this fruit as jackfruit. In Trinidad and Tobago, jackfruit is known as châtaigne. I love jackfruit. It's been a while I don't eat jackfruit. In Jamaica, we eat the yellow part of the fruit and we also eat the seeds. We normally cook the seeds and then we just have it as it is. In Trinidad and Tobago, they do not eat the yellow part, based on what I was told. They just eat the seed, they curry the seed, and they eat it. So I said, what do you do with the yellow part? They said they throw it away. I'm like, you throw away the best part of the jackfruit. As you can see, every culture and everyone do things different. We eat the seed, we eat the yellow part, which is the fruit, and they don't. Banana. In Jamaica, we say banana. Whether it is green or ripe, it is banana. So we'll say green banana or ripe banana. In Trinidad and Tobago, banana is known as fig. They say green fig or ripe fig. In Trinidad and Tobago, based on how we prepare certain meals or certain foods in Jamaica, their preparation is different. For example, rice. Everybody do things different. So in Jamaica, the way that I know how to prepare certain type of foods, in Trinidad and Tobago, that same type of food is prepared different. Even though it is done different to me, the taste is the same. They will boil the rice and then they strain it to get rid of the excess water, and then they put it back on the fire to get rid of the excess moisture. In Jamaica, we had all our seasoning to the rice and then we let it steam and dried out on the fire. We do not do any form of streaming. And likewise, everywhere you go, you'll find people do the same thing differently, and most times the result would be the same. If I leave out any food or vegetable in this food tag, please add it to the comment and let me know. I try my best to think about all the different food tags, the names that they are known in Jamaica and a different name in Trinidad, and these are the ones that I came up with. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe and turn on your post notification so that you will know whenever I post a video. And sorry about the noise in the background. As usual, I live very close to the road and this is out of my control. There's nothing I can do. Thanks to all the people who keep coming back week after week, week after week to watch my videos. I really appreciate you.